Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally doing an eyeliner tutorial. It's something that people have requested and I just thought I'm gonna do it. I haven't done makeup in ages. I've been really ill with like a head cold and it's just been disgusting. So before I start, I just want to say eyeliner is something that's very personal to your eye shape, so don't be disappointed if this tutorial doesn't work for you because not everybody has my eye shape. There might be more tutorials out there on other people with an eye shape that's more similar to you. I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with the tips that I use. I find that one of the hardest things is finding the eyeliner that works best for you, and you just have to be patient with this process and just try out all different kinds of eyeliners. When I first started doing a winged eyeliner, I stuck to kind of pen style eyeliners, so like the Kat Von D tattoo liner. There's also the Super Cat eyeliner by Soap and Glory, which is one that I used to use religiously. Really good if you're starting out and you just want to get that control because you just kind of hold it like a pen, so it's quite simple. Otherwise, you've got the classic liquid eyeliner. I do sometimes like to use liquid eyeliner, and that might be what I decide to use today. This is the NYX matte liquid eyeliner. If you're going for a liquid eyeliner, I always say go for a matte, never go for like that vinyl shiny finish. That's a kind of a personal preference, but I just don't think they look that great. I prefer like a nice matte black eyeliner. What I use on my clients is the Kiko Milano Lasting Gel Eyeliner. I really like this because it's somewhere in between a liquid and a gel. I find that some gel eyeliners are too thick to work with and your brush kind of drags and then you end up with a wobbly eyeliner. This is really nice and like watery, so it glides really easily. And obviously with gel eyeliners, what matters is the brush. So I always use the Zoeva winged liner brush. This is the 317. And I really like this because I can get it nice and fine. So I take product on both sides of the brush and just really coat it on both sides. And then I get a nice thin point so I can draw it in with this winged liner brush. That's my favourite for clients. On myself, I prefer using just a liquid eyeliner because it's just quicker, but this is like the most long-lasting eyeliner I've ever used in my life. Highly recommend if you want something that is just budge proof. If you're a working makeup artist, highly recommend this for clients because it just doesn't budge at all. The only downside is you don't really have room for mistakes with this because of it being so long wearing. As a beginner, I would advise sticking with either a liquid eyeliner or a pen eyeliner. I'm going to use my matte liquid eyeliner for this by NYX, and yeah, I'm just gonna kind of show you how I do it. So it's important to establish where your wing needs to sit, and this is especially important if you have like a hooded lid or anything like that because it can really affect how your eyeliner is going to look. I do think that sometimes you have to admit defeat. I'm just going to put that out there. Some people, you just don't have the lid space or the right amount of space for a wing, and that's fine. Sometimes we just have to accept that that maybe isn't something that suits us and that there's other things we can do to enhance our eyes. So when I get clients in who don't necessarily suit a winged eyeliner, I'll focus more on the lashes and like the eyeshadow, maybe do something like a cut crease to make their eyes appear bigger, do like a shadow that's got a nice harsh line so that it gives the illusion of a winged liner without actually doing the liner. However, it doesn't hurt to give it a go and see if it works for you. What I do first of all is I look straight into my mirror, so looking straight forward, brow relaxed, and just look straight ahead, and then I can kind of see how my eyes sit. Now I have fairly uneven eyes. If I look straight forward, you might be able to see a little bit better. On this eye, I have a little bit more creasing on this outer corner than I do on this one. This one is a little bit more even. However, my crease does come quite far down. We have to find the area where there's the least amount of creasing, basically. So technically speaking, I should have a very thin wing to fit in this space here, if that makes sense. So just here, it needs to kind of fit in there. This side, obviously, I have more creasing, but I can just go over that. This is like the deepest part of the crease that we want to avoid going through. What we essentially want is when our eyes are open and looking forwards, the line looks straight, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean as we do this. By just taking off a little bit of the excess product on the brush so that I haven't got too much product. And I personally like to start with the wing. So what I do is I look straight forwards into my mirror. And starting from this outer corner, you'll find that the upper lid and lower lid, where they attach, there's almost like a lip on this upper lid. that you kind of want to hook your brush under. That's something that I find very helpful on clients, is I stand to the side of my client and then I can see this kind of lip a little bit better. Go from that little lip point, just start with maybe like a little dot, just very gradually build this up. Don't go just straight in because you might just end up making mistakes. Where all this creasing is, I just pretend it's not there, essentially. So I like to angle my liner kind of flat, not too flat, not quite 45-degree angle, somewhere in between. That's again a personal preference for my eye shape. Some people like to do it more at an angle like this. I like to have it slightly more flat like that. Almost as if my brow were to continue down, that's where my wing would make a cross point. So I'm just drawing in that line straight across those little creases. So as you can see, if I kind of flatten my lid, you can see there's like little gaps where the creases naturally sit. And when I look straight forward, it looks like a straight line. That's what we want. Now I want to attach this to my lash line. So what I do is I take the point kind of halfway. I don't want to go straight from the end because otherwise we'll end up creating a big blob and we want it to be a nice slick line. So I go from like the halfway point and just drag it in a straight line, again looking straight forwards. Like that. So again, when I go like this, you'll see that my eyeliner kind of goes in towards the lid and then dips down. That is just because of the crease. Again, you might find this effect is a little bit more exaggerated for hooded lids, but when you look straight forward, it looks straight. I want to keep following that shape. I don't want to smooth this line out too much to the point where it gets lost in my crease. I just want to follow that natural shape where it's kind of dipped down. And then I'm just going to focus on lining above my lash line. So just trying to keep it nice and close to the lashes and keeping it nice and thin once we get to that inner corner. And then you might want to thicken it up a little bit. So the thickest point is kind of this outer corner and you want it to taper into the inner corner where it's at its thinnest point. So I'm just filling in this winged bit here. I like to kind of rest the palm of my hand on my kind of jaw, cheek-ish, to help me steady my hand and just smooth out that bottom line. As you can see there, I just let the brush flick up as I got towards the end of the wing. You don't want to go from the wing onto the lid, you want to go from the lid out to the wing, if that makes sense, so that you're using less pressure and you're not getting a big blob of product. You want to just sweep it across. Now take a little bit more product, just make sure that all of these wobbly lines are smoothed out. Obviously, to get a straight line, you can use tape, you can clean it up with concealer afterwards. Whatever you want to do. Obviously, I've already done my full face makeup, so I can't really afford to make mistakes at this point. What I'm going to do is go from this top point of the wing and drag it down to that point where it dips down again. So keep checking that when you look forward it looks like a straight line. And I'm just thickening up the lash line a little bit more, getting that nice tapered look. Now I personally do pull on my eye slightly just to smooth out this inner portion so that it's flat. People say don't do that because it can cause aging around the eyes. I don't do this to clients, it's something I do to myself, so do this at your own risk basically. So once we've got it nice and smooth along the lid, you can just kind of play with the wing a little bit. Right, I'm just going to bring the wing out a little bit further. Okay, so I'm happy with that length now. It's not absolutely perfect. I think we need to be a little bit nicer to ourselves about eyeliner and just let it be sometimes. When in doubt, pop a lash on and it will just make it look 10 times better anyway. Personally, what I like to do is also extend the inner corner. That's totally optional. For my eye shape, I just feel I look a bit weird with it like this. I like to add a little point to the inner corner. So I just take it right into the inner corner like that. And then kind of onto my waterline slightly. And just fill in that little gap. There we go. I feel so much better just with that one bit. I just feel like it makes my eyes look so much better. So I'm gonna go off camera, finish my other eye and the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Okay guys, that is the finished look. Sorry that it wasn't a tutorial on this eyeshadow look. If you'd like to see one on this eyeshadow look, let me know in the comments. I hope this was somewhat helpful. I know it's like kind of difficult to teach eyeliner, especially when it's on my face compared to teaching it on your face. But nevertheless, I hope this was at least a bit helpful, and I will see you in the next one.